former Nevada senator was referred to as a legendary leader who was defined as a soft-spoken and dedicated lawmaker. The team was here for the same reason in 2015, but missed visits for their second and third championship titles after tangling with former President Trump. Family members, friends, and current Syracuse students read off the names of the victims in front of the memorial here at the Arlington Cemetery. The U.S. and its European allies promised that if Russia continued its actions, the Russian economy would take a massive hit.
These are items that you could easily say did not happen, that you have not participated in any of these things. So why are you waiting until after this vote comes down to actually address these major issues?
I didn't say I was waiting for the vote to come down.
Well, it's coming down
I understand.
Chief Justice Roberts told the crowd gathered here at the National Cathedral that Justice O'Connor did more for the court than just break barriers. The clock is ticking on these talks as the country could default on the national debt this summer unless a compromise is reached. More than 100 people came out for today's event as Republicans emphasized their goals for the country. Do not try this at home. Let's do it, Mike. All right, here we go. Oh my God. We're here in Hopewell right now at the Moose Family Center, and I'm actually going to get out of the way so you guys can take a look at this devastating damage right now as crews are currently in the process of battling this fire. But after the events that did take place on Capitol Hill, there were even more modifications that were made. It was quiet on the House floor before House Speaker Mike Johnson broke the silence.
2/3 voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted.
And with that, George Santos was removed from Congress, making him the 6th member ever expelled.
It's historic, right? And it's not something to be taken lightly. It's something I contemplated heavily throughout the last few months.
Before the vote began, the outcome was anything but certain.
I think every member had to come to the conclusion based on their own conscience, district, and beliefs.
You guys gotta get out of my way.
Santos left before the decision was announced and didn't have much to say. But Republicans and Democrats say last month's ethics report made it clear it was time for him to go.
It was a bipartisan, unanimous set of findings by the Ethics Committee that were uncontradicted.
George Santos fell far short of the standards we wish to uphold and is no longer a member of Congress.
Despite supporting Santos's removal, many New York Republicans say they are not celebrating.
This is a sad day for this institution. It's a sad day for the American people. And quite frankly, I wish that Santos never put us in this situation.
The House clerk is expected to assume control of Santos's office, and New York Governor Kathy Hochul will hold a special election in the coming weeks to fill the vacant seat. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John. A threatening situation outside the Library of Congress came to a peaceful close Thursday.
He gave up and did not resist, and our folks were able to take him into custody without incident.
Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger says 49-year-old Floyd Ray Roseberry of North Carolina parked on the sidewalk and told police he had explosives inside his pickup truck.
And what appeared, the officer said, appeared to be a detonator in the man's hand.
For about 30 minutes, Roseberry live-streamed on Facebook, showing the alleged bomb in his lap and calling on police to negotiate with him.
We first started doing that with a whiteboard, just writing messages back and forth. We used a robot to get a telephone down to him.
Both the House and the Senate are on recess, but there are still people working, so law enforcement evacuated some of the surrounding congressional office buildings. Roseberry claimed there are others like him in Washington, D.C., something police are looking into.
Right now, we have no indication that he was acting with anyone else, but that, again, is part of the ongoing investigation.
Manger says police will now work with prosecutors to decide what criminal charges Roseberry should face. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John. B. Taylor is a hip-hop artist, producer, and songwriter with 2 Grammy nominations for his music.
You have to have the correct vocals, you have to write the right message, you have to have the right instrumentation.
He's also a veteran who joined the Navy in 2001.
They attached me to, be with the Special Ops, which was Navy SEALs at the time, Recon.
He served until 2006, when he received a temporary assignment duty in San Diego to pursue a professional football career. But little did he know, his life would change after a trip to Los Angeles.
I was playing the piano. I was approached by a guy who had a huge afro. He was like, hey man, my brother's famous, that's my mom's favorite in the song, Ribbon in the Sky. Stevie Wonder, can you come meet him? It's Snoop Dogg.
His transition into the music industry gave him insight into the challenges many military members worry about when considering life after their service.
Please don't let the American people forget who we are. I might not come back, and if I do, I might be messed up, but you have a platform. Please don't let them forget who I am.
Taylor used his connections in the industry and started the One Life organization, a nonprofit that helps active duty military, veterans, first responders, and their families treat things like PTSD and depression through activities like sports and music.
I wanted them to get the same treatment that I was getting, no different.
Taylor's organization helps veterans and active military personnel all across the country, including here in Virginia, where one athlete is in pursuit of her Olympic dream.
I've been an athlete my whole life.
Riley T-Jack is a United States Marine Corps captain, a member of Team USA bobsled, and an Olympic hopeful.
Balance is a constant thing I'm having to figure out every single day.
But her goal comes with a hefty price tag, $50,000 for one season to compete. One Life helps her cover the cost of travel and transporting her two 400-pound sleds.
Competing on Team USA is primarily unfunded, and that makes it very difficult. Is how am I going to be able to support my dream and what I want to do for, bobsled?
In 2026, she wants to become the first female Marine in the Olympics.
I've never been to the games, but my dream is to do everything I can to get there.
She says she's thankful for Taylor and the One Life organization.
He's an incredible man that wants to just give back to so many people. And his One Life organization has been able to directly help me finance different things for bobsled.
Taylor says he wants One Life to grow to help more people like T-Jack.
I'm just blessed that I was able to keep my word. Basil, that I told him I would always make sure the American people remember our military veterans and their families.
Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.